Hi everyone. Today we're talking with some amazing people. We'll let them introduce.
I'm Balcon. I'm from France, and we've just spent 3 months in Cusco.
I'm Nathalie. I'm French also, and I am Bertrand's wife.
Before we talk about your experience, tell me something. When you arrived in Cusco for the first time, what was the very first thing that surprised you that you didn't expect to find?
It's very easy because it's the cold
Oh,
in the building. We were expecting to be cold sometimes outside, but not within the buildings. So that was the most striking point for me.
yeah.
And for me, it was the big mountains because I live in the Alps and the mountains there are very small. So yours are very big.
But I think you, like in France, you like to hike, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's something like we have here that you can enjoy. Mm. The second question we have here: what did you imagine Cusco was like before coming, and what did you discover was completely different?
But we've seen lots of pictures before coming, so the way the city looks was not a surprise because we knew it was a colonial. It's a colonial city. We've seen other examples in Cuba, in Mexico también, also, and so it was not a big surprise. What was for me the most interesting was the district of San Blas, with the tiny roads, all the house is white, and that was the thing I liked most when I arrived.
Yes, the same. We spent there 1 week to adapt to the altitude because we come from France. It's not so high. So this was a very nice place to be for the first week. Yes.
Oh, I also like San Blas, and I think you will love to visit Pisac.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we did.
Yeah?
It was one of the most pleasant visits we made because we could visit the archaeological sites, and then we could walk down up to the city, and that was just great.
Yeah, I think the vibe in San Blas, kind of the vibe in Pisac. What was the first thing that made you think Cusco, navel of the world?
Say that again.
Like the center of the world? Like,
Oh, okay. We didn't think it was the center of the world. The Inca world, yes. So, but yeah, no, that there was nothing specific that gave us this feeling. We learned from the visits, from the guides, that for the Incas it was the center of the world, and with all those ways that were coming up to the Coricancha. But yeah, no, for us we didn't really feel that it was the center of the world.
yeah. When you walk through Cusco, do you feel like you are visiting a historical city or walking through a normal city?
Oh no, it's not a normal city.
Yeah.
You have plenty of old monuments, and the road itself, it's sometimes different. It's not so new. It's an old city.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything, even in the less touristic districts, you can see old houses pretty much everywhere. So maybe not in the most modern parts of Cusco, but all the districts around the historical center, everything is old, and you can really feel it. And that, yeah, it's very old city.
Culture,
Yeah.
class.
Mm.
Which districts?
Oh, for example, we worked in to give English classes in a district which is above the Plaza de Armas. La calle, the street's name is Calle Fierro. And this part of the city, everything is it's only all cities. And yeah, so
Like the narrow street.
Yes.
yeah, the cobblestones in the street and on the pavements also. Yeah.
Okay. Which place in Cusco did you like the most?
In Cusco, well, Plaza de Armas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here.
Any other place?
So yeah, as we said, San Blas is really special. But in Plaza de Armas, no es por, it's not because the center is just that the square is amazing with the cathedral, the church of the Order of Jesus. No, yeah. Every time we get there, it's always so nice just to look around. It's such a lovely place. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go there like just to watch.
And we were lucky because since we arrived end of May, we have always have some sunshine. Maybe 2 days of a rainy day, but no, it was very nice weather.
Yeah, the weather is kind of like unpredictable here.
Yes.
But I personally like it. I hope you like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was very, very pleasant. And also, since we arrived just before the beginning of June, during the month of June, we could see all the dance festivals, and it never stopped for the whole month. So it was just great to be able to look at that.
I mean, you have came in the best moment of Cusco.
Yeah.
Yes. And we could also participate to the Inti Raymi celebration, so we were lucky.
Yeah, you're so lucky. Do you think tourists truly get to know the history of Cusco, or do they only know a version packaged for tourists?
Yeah, I think that the majority of tourists get packages, or they come in groups, and so everything is arranged in advance, and they do all the same.
Yeah.
So the city tour, for instance, which is always the same also. And yeah, I think that they have a ways to visit Cusco, but it takes more time.
Yes, and we have not decided to join a group, so we organize our visits ourselves.
Oh, where did you go?
Oh, we were lucky. We could go to visit Moray, Las Salinas, Ollantaytambo. We went to Palcoyo, Pisac, Tipon. We have many because we had time, because on the weekends we had nothing to do, so we could visit the surrounding.
Tipon. It's kind of like, I think like a normal tourist wouldn't visit Tipon.
Yeah. And even if they visit, because when we were there, we could see that they were visiting only the bottom part. When on the hill, there's a temple also, Ntihuatana. And so we could walk up there with a fantastic view on the sites. So, but yeah, when you do organized visits, everything is calculated. You have 1 hour there,
half an hour there.
Yeah.
But we did spend, for example, for Pisac, we went there only for 1 day. We did not add another visit.
Wow. And what did you watch in Pisac?
So,
the temple.
We started with the village.
Yes, the village, and then
on the hill. And then we went down to the temple.
Temple.
Again, the Intihuatana. and from the temple we walked down back in the city, in the valley.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think some Cusco tourists okay. Why do you think some Cusco tours are so much less known than Machu Picchu?
Oh, because Machu Picchu is just one of the most beautiful place in the world, basically. So everything, if you talk to anybody in France about Peru,
They will say
the one thing they know is Machu Picchu. So yeah, so that's the place people come to see first.
And what do you think about it?
Yes, the same. Maybe you need to do some more advertisement to say what we have, what we can do and see in Cusco, in the city itself, because there are a lot of museums and nice cathedral and visit.
Yeah, and we could also then discover some sites that are not so much visited. So yeah, I guess that there's some effort of communication, of advertising to be made, because there's in the Sacred Valley, for instance, there's not only Pisa, Ollanta y Tambo, Las Salinas y Moray, o Chinchero también. But yeah, there are other places where you can go.
Yeah. And I think it's because it's also one of the wonderful wonders of the world.
Oh yeah, Machu Picchu, for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's a big advertisement.
Yeah.
Okay. What historical event in Cusco would you have liked to witness if you lived in that time?
Oh.
Well, the time of the Incas.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Before the arrival of the Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be magic to be able to see the life in the 16th century in a non-European civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same for me. Okay.
Is there a local story that surprised you because you had never heard it on a conversational tour?
Yeah.
Well, the story of the Garcilaso, what is the name of the guy? I don't remember.
Garcilaso de la Vega.
See? Because I personally did not prepare the trip, so it was my husband who prepared everything. So I did not read a lot of things, and I was surprised by this story.
Yeah.
Wow. And what is it about? Can you tell us a little?
It's the guy who communicated with the Spanish, and he wrote books.
Yeah,
also
he wrote comments, comentarios.
Los comentarios de Inca, gracias.
Sí.
Ok, entiendo. When you used to hear Secret Valley of the Incas, what did you imagine?
When we arrived at the Sacred Valley, I saw all these big mountains. So for me, it was wonderful. I did not expect such a landscape.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah, no, when you come from Europe, the landscape in the Sacred Valley is just amazing.
Yeah.
The mountains are huge. Also, the vegetation is very different from what we have in Europe. So everything is different, and everything is bigger.
Yeah,
it's much bigger than what we can see in the Alps in France, for instance. So yeah, the landscapes are just so beautiful.
Specifically in the Sacred Valley, like the Pisac, I think you visit.
Yes, and Ollanta y Tambo also, because it was the first place we visited, and it was very surprising for us.
Yeah, and it was nice because with the guide that we had on the site, we had a good summary of the history of the Incas. So that was just a great introduction for the rest of our stay.
Yeah, I think it's good to have someone like to explain to us like the story, like to get like all the meaning of the place.
Yeah, when you do visits just yourself, you get maybe 10% of what you can get when you have a guide. So we try to have guides almost systematically when we can, because it's there's really much a lot of added value for us, and you come from far away, so it's important to make the most of it. So guides are really necessary. Sorry.
After experiencing it, was surprised you? After experiencing it, what surprised you the most? The landscape, the towns, the agriculture, or the history?
For me, definitively the landscape. Yeah.
Which place specifically?
Oh, as I mentioned, Ollantaytambo, Pisac, Las Salinas, and
Palcoyo.
Palcoyo was the most surprising. Yeah,
I haven't visited it. How is it?
it's high,
Almost
4,800 meters, and then you have to walk to a certain point of view, and you have all these mountains, colored mountains. Very nice. Yeah, you are somewhere else with the llama, the lady in her costume. It's very nice.
Here in Cusco, specifically, maybe not in whole like Peru, but like the costume is not really a costume. It's something that like the people who live like there use in the everyday.
Yes, they're very close. Yeah, I imagine. For us, it looks like a costume because we don't see this in Europe.
I think it's beautiful, colorful.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. It's all the costumes we've seen during the celebration in June. The colors were just amazing. Yeah. And you ask about what surprised us or what we liked most. Like my wife Natalie, really loved the landscape. But there's something here in Cusco and in the archaeological site that I like also a lot is the Inca walls. It's so amazing to see how they built those walls without any cement, all the stones adjusted like this. And I think it's just also beautiful. I think it was functional because they are still there, 5 centuries after?
Yeah.
But it's beautiful things. So when we get in the city center, I always like to look at the walls because it's really nice.
Yeah, and I think until now we don't really know how they do that.
Yes, because they had the instruments we have now. So
yeah, they didn't have steel, for instance. So they work with bronze only and stones. So no, the result is really, first functional, but very beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think the Sacred Valley is being shown as it truly is, or just as a tourist product?
Well, it's a touristic product for sure.
Yeah.
It is. But what I find a little pity is that people are going to do it in a rush. As we said, usually they don't have so much time. So they are going to do sometimes all the sites in one day, which is crazy because you cannot really take advantage of what you see because you don't stay for a long time. There are places where they are going to stay half an hour when we stayed a full day. And so it's nothing to see. that again, traveling costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so if you want to stay longer, then the trip is more expensive. So that's why in the end, everything is packaged together. But yes, sometimes it's a pity because people cannot really appreciate what they have in front of them because it's always a rush.
Yeah, I think like in this time is like to watch a TikTok. They just
Yeah.
like it's really fast and they don't get the whole meaning.
This is yes, a new generation. But also we were lucky and privileged. This was a privilege for us to stay 3 months. So that's why we could take the opportunity to only visit one site, one weekend, the second weekend, another site. And for sure, we were lucky.
Yeah.
What was the Peruvian food that surprised you the most?
Ah, for me, the cuy,
Yeah.
the guinea pig. So I tried twice. It's not what I like most, even if the fact that in France it's not an animal that we eat. That didn't disturb me, but I'm not so fond of the meat itself. But yeah, that was the most surprising because we don't have that in France at all.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't you have like a pet?
Again,
Yes,
yeah,
it's a pet.
but we don't
Guinea pig
we
is a
don't
pet.
eat the
We don't eat them, even though we eat frogs and other things.
yeah.
Wow, how do you eat frog?
We only eat the legs because that's where you have a little meat, and it's prepared with butter and garlic. So it's just fried in butter and garlic.
Wow. And how would you compare it to guinea pig?
The guinea pig is there's much more savor. It's much more taste. The frogs are not so tasty, and it's why it's prepared with garlic so that it has taste in the end. So no, the guinea pig have their own savor, their own taste. But yeah, no, that was not my favorite. I prefer alpaca, for instance.
Okay.
And me, I have tasted the ceviche, and I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
very much.
Here or in
Here, well, we are in Cusco, so here for the moment. But I will try to this ceviche. We were told to try in Lima and also another place,
Trujillo.
So I will taste there also.
In fact, we first tried during a cooking class, and so the main course was ceviche.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah, and now we know how to prepare that. We have the recipe.
Wow. That's cool. I think you have to go and try it in some place near to the coast.
Yeah,
because it's more fresh.
yeah.
And I think you will love it. Was there any dish you tried thinking, I'm surely going to love this, and it turned out to be the exact opposite?
No, for me, I didn't have any.
We were not disappointed.
No.
Yeah, no guinea pig.
The pig.
Yeah. But in fact, I didn't know what I was to expect. So in the end, it was not a disappointment. It's okay. I don't like it much, but it's not really disappointing.
It's okay. What Cusco food would you recommend to another traveler who wants to taste something truly local?
Go to the market of San Blas and eat there.
Any plate. Any dish.
Yeah. Just eat like the local people.
The local people, it's typical.
What did you eat in San Blas?
Oh, it was a special soup. I don't remember what was it.
You always start with a soup.
With chicken, I think.
Yeah. And then you can choose.
So
you have pork, beef, lots of chicken plates. So chicken Milanese, for instance.
Yes, chicken Milanese, and also the very good fresh fruits you can have also.
You can have fruit juice that are just prepared for you, and that's really great. That's very tasty, very good.
Yeah. And what was your favorite plate dish? What was your favorite plate there?
In San Blas, I would say the fruits, the fresh, fruit juice.
Yeah, for me too. And also we could discuss with the lady, because the lady who prepared the juices, because we went there 2 or 3 times, and so she recognized us the second time, so we could start a discussion. And also that's what we like, to be able to interact with people.
Yeah.
So it was not only just drinking a fruit juice; it was also being able to share things with somebody else.
Yeah, meeting new people, local people.
Yeah.
Do you think food also tells the story of a culture?
Yes, because you cook your local vegetables. So yes, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because, for example, in Europe, we don't eat that much maize. So corn, sorry. So yeah.
And also, like, we like potato a lot.
Yes, of course. It was also amazing to visit the market and to see all these kind of potatoes you have. Yeah.
And rice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the basis of food. I think in Peru. Yeah, but I come from a place in France where we also grew lots of potatoes. So that was fun to be able to see different varieties and different tastes also. So no, that was nice.
Yeah, and I think we have like some influential of Chinese culture. That's because we have a lot of rice, and I am surprised that in France you also eat frog, because I thought it was only from China.
Yeah.
I love it, France. And if we tell you that we eat snakes and
No, snails.
Snails, sorry, snails. And what else is
No, that's the only specificity is frogs and snails.
Wow.
I don't eat snails, but in my family I have a nephew who likes it.
Yeah, but I think that the Chinese eat much more things than us.
Like
they're
different.
Yeah, they eat lots of things.
Okay. Is there a dish that after trying it made you better? Is there a dish that after trying it made you better understanding something about Andean culture?
As you said, potatoes.
Yeah.
Because it's really part of the culture here, much more than rice, I think. And yeah, for me, it's definitely potatoes and all the dishes we could try. There's lots of things that you can taste.
Yes.
What difference did you find between eating like a tourist and eating how a local family actually eats?
This is what we mentioned at the beginning. The first week when we arrived, we went to the San Blas market, and we really ate like the locals.
Yeah, so it was fun and interesting to discover, because you travel to learn new things, interact with people, and that was great. And it's not after trying the other type of restaurants in Cusco, it's not the same food. It's probably more simple, but it's tasty also. Doesn't cost anything compared to the others. So No, people talk about a lot about experience, but that's really an experience to just to sit beside with a Peruvian lady and eat the same. No, that's really part of what we like to discover.
Before coming to Cusco, what interest did you have in Andean textiles?
Oh, I think that for me with Mexico, it's the most interesting civilization. And as we traveled to Mexico before, it was also interesting to see how different it was here in Peru. Not only for history, but also for the landscapes, culture, the food, and also we like a lot the Spanish cultures overall. And so for me, that was it.
Yes, for us, it was a great place to be because we speak Spanish and this was a country we had not yet visited. So we wanted to come here.
Wow. And do you think that textiles here are like a representation of our culture?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
No.
Where we choose this city because it was one of the with Maximo with the
Institute.
the organism we came with. We could have been to Lima, but it was this place.
Yeah, so it was not a question of representation of the culture. It was more for us being in a smaller city than Lima.
Yeah,
more at a human size rather than a huge capital city like Lima.
I understand. And now that you know how they are made, did your perspective on them change?
which change?
On what?
Sorry.
The textiles, they're made with alpaca or like things like that.
I think we don't
We
understand.
can speak. We can skip this one.
Question.
Yeah. Do you think tourists buy a textile for its beauty or for the effort of the artisans who make them?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think each tourist wants to bring something back home from the country he has visited. So, of course, when you buy something, you like it. So it's not just to buy something.
Yeah, I think that for most people, the first criteria is that the thing that they are going to buy is beautiful.
Yeah.
They like it. But for us, it's also important to contribute to the local population. And so for instance, to buy directly from the communities rather than from the shops in the city center in Cusco. So for me, it's important that the travel that we make has some positive impacts for the local populations.
Yeah. And I also think that if the people from here, they made it with their own hand,
Yeah.
I think it's a plus. Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely more value than something which is industrial. For sure.
At what moment do you feel you are living an authentic experience and not just doing a tour?
The 3 last months.
Yeah, because we spent lots of time here, and we were every day with people from Peru, with kids, with adults, to teach them English. We stayed at a home of a Peruvian couple also. So every time at breakfast, we could discuss with them. So so it's the interactions with people that really makes you feel like you're in another country and you experience something.
the longer you stay, the better you can experience something with the local people.
Yeah, of course. Have you had any moment in Cusco where you thought, this probably doesn't appear in any tourist brochure?
Parker, okay. No, I don't. What happened to us?
Yeah, for us, what was striking was to give classes in a local small association of a district, and there was absolutely nothing touristic there. It was just a place to help with children and adults. So yeah, for me, it was the most different things that we made compared to a touristic package.
Yes.
Um, I think volunteering is the best way to go and know the place because you're doing something that is good for the place and you're spending more time and you're knowing more about the place.
Yeah, and in the end, if you stay a little, you're going to live with people. So you get to know the real life, not only do sightseeing, you can experience things with people. And that the difference. But obviously, not everybody can go for 3 or 4 months in a country. So that's a privilege that we have.
Yeah, of course. For you, is a good tour one that takes you to many places or one that allows you to truly understand one?
For me, there's no discussion. It's really a good tour is going to give you time to really feel things and not in a rush. I think that a slow experience for me, it's personal, is better because you're going always to discover more things and feel more things than if you're just jumping from one place to the other, take a few pictures, and then move on. So it's different than we can understand that some people may prefer or are going to go for touristic packages where they are going to see lots of things, but I prefer to see less but better.
The same?
Yes, I follow him.
Yeah, I agree. What did you think about visiting a less visited place like a Devil's Balcony?
It was very calm, not crowded at all. We could feel how the people. We could also see some people growing potatoes. It was a nice experience to see that because in France we also sometimes put some potatoes in the earth also. And
In your garden?
yeah, in my mom's garden, because we live in the country, so we don't have a garden, but in my mom's home, yes. And we asked how they did, and we could see that it was a little bit different than what we do, but
How do you do?
well, we don't put this fertilizer on top because we are where my mom lives. It's less high, so I think there is. I think it's for you. It's just to accelerate the growth of the potato. And at my mom's, we don't do that.
But for the rest, it was pretty much the same in the end because we do the same with very manual. Like what we've seen in the Devil's Balcony. But for me, when there are lots of people in a touristic site, it creates kind of a pressure because you have people around. There's almost a struggle to take pictures.
Yeah,
And so I prefer when it's less crowded because for me it's more comfortable.
And you can really enjoy it.
Yeah.
yes.
Not just take a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only take a picture, but feel the moment, look at the people planting their potatoes and
Or just take time to be there, and you don't necessarily need to do something, but you feel how the place is, and you can look around, take time, listen to the birds. And when you're in a rush, you have an objective. So in the end, that means that you're going to focus on this, and you're going to lose the rest or part of the rest. When you have time, you can discover more things.
Yeah. To make more memories.
yeah.
What impressions did you get visiting Huchuy Qosqo? What you change any? Okay. What impressions did you get visiting Huchuy Qosqo?
Mhm.
Would you change anything about the tour?
What we would change is the way we went down.
How it was?
Oh, it was a kind of not so easy for us because we had no baston, no stick. Sorry, but the rest was perfect. It was a very nice place, not so well known, so not too many tourists.
Yeah, almost done.
Almost nobody. Yes, only a group of young people who had slept the night before. It was forbidden, but and then yes, it was very nice place.
Yeah, and with all those sites that are on the mountains, it's amazing to see how the Incas built places like this in the middle of nowhere, and such beautiful sites for such small populations. Because our guide explained to us that it was a kind of like a village for something like 50 people, and to build all these terraces, the buildings, which is a huge effort for so few people. It's incredible.
Yes, but famous people.
Yeah,
It was the father of the prince
of the future Inca.
Inca. So it was
But yeah, otherwise, what we would change was just to when we walked down into the valley, the way was very, very slippery, so it was not safe just to get there. It was too slippery, so you could fall very easily. So this part of the trek was difficult.
I think it's necessary some like special shoes or something.
I don't think it would have changed anything because that was slippery. And so in the end, you don't benefit of the time you spend there because you're just focused on your feet and trying not to fall down. So here you cannot enjoy the landscape or what's happening because you don't look at anything else than your feet. So that's that thing that should be changed.
Do you think it is fair that incredible places like Devil's Balcony or Huchuy Qosqo are not visited as much as the mainstream ruins?
Yeah, that's for sure. We really see only a few tourists there, and it's a pity because it's beautiful sites.
Yeah,
really worth it for Cusco. The access is more difficult, so we can understand. But yeah, it's really worth it.
The Devil Balcony, it's very close to Cusco, only half an hour, so should be more visited than it is. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, it's incredible to see that you have such a lovely valley that so few people know and so close to Cusco. Because Qosqo, it's a little far away. It's difficult to access there. That Devil's Balcony is just half an hour away, and it's a beautiful place, and so different also from the city. Again, yeah, within a few minutes, you change of world.
Okay. Would you think that if the place is too much recognized, it would change in any like?
Oh yes, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah, that would change the experience, because there would be more people. Just to give an example, to access the Devil's Balcony, you have to slide around, and it's very narrow. If there were more people, that means that you would have to queue
Curious.
just to be there, and again, that creates this pressure to queue, and some people
Take
don't
your
like it.
quickly,
Yeah.
and-
So yeah, that would change the game, definitely.
Yes, for sure.
Do you believe lesser known places can offer more authentic experience?
Yes, because there are not too many tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You feel you are the one, the lucky one, because
Mhm.
you are here, not the others.
Like to discover?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that authenticity requires a little time. So if you want to exchange a little with people, if you just have half an hour on the site, it will never ever happen, because you don't have time to discuss and just to be there with people. In Devil's Balcony, when the people were planting their potatoes, if it was in a timed visit, we never had time to discuss with them. So that changes everything.
How did you discuss with them?
Yeah,
Because you asked if you could take a picture, and then we said that we do plant also potatoes in France, and they say, "Oh yes."
Yeah. And so they explain to us how they do. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was little. It's not
No,
a huge discussion, but even that would not happen if it was more in a rush.
Yeah, and you learn how we make grow up potato.
Mhm.
What of the beaten path place would you recommend to someone who has already visited Cusco and wants to discover something new?
For me, the one place I would recommend would be Pisac first. So it's well known, but it's really a beautiful site. And then Qosqo and Devil's Balcony were great also, and different. We also did those visits with a guide, which, as we said, changes everything, because we had lots of information, lots of sharing. Yeah, so but for me, the site I prefer is Pisac. That you?
I did prefer the Las Salineras.
See.
Yeah, this site was very nice.
Yeah, the view is
Also remind me of my family in the south of Spain with all the salinas. We say in Spanish, South Spain.
Spain.
And yeah, it was nice.
wow. And how would you compare it to the place and Spain?
Oh well, it's nothing to do, because in Spain it was all flat, no this white colors you had, because in Spain it's close to the sea. It's not at all the same thing as here in the mountain. This was really an exception for me. It was yes, Salinas in the mountains, surprising.
Did you bought something from there?
Not yet, because we're going to go back there. So we do not want to have it in our luggage for the moment. So, but we will go back and we will buy some small packets to make a gift for our family. Yeah.
I think you have to try it. When we think of history, we usually think of buildings and famous figures. Do you think people in rural... when we think of history, we usually think of buildings and famous figures. Do you think people in rural areas also have stories?
Yes, we had the opportunity to visit a family who lives in the mountain, very far away, and we could see also how they live. So for us, it was also something very different to discover. Yeah.
For me, it's not history. So for me, history is mainly in the old books, the buildings, the art that remains, but visiting the family again. So it's not history, but it's the country. So it's for me, it's even more important to try and understand how people live really in the city, in the rural areas. So again, no history, but it's as important as history for me.
Has anything caught your attention regarding what you saw in the rural sectors of Cusco?
Well, yes, the way this family lives, for example, in the countryside. Yeah, it was very surprising for us because we could make we were making a comparison with our grandparents, how they lived a century ago. So yeah, it was surprising.
The most striking for me was the difference between the life in the city in Cusco. In Cusco city and in the rural areas. There's a huge gap between the way of life of the two places.
Oh, how would you describe it? The living there.
In the city, it's pretty much like what we have in France, in Europe, and you see globalization at work, because there are lots of things that are in common, which are not even French or Peruvian. It's a global culture. And then in the rural areas, you have animals there still that are still used, like horses that we almost don't see anymore in France or beyond for when they are used for leisure to do horse riding. So here they use them for farming, for work, and also the places where, for instance, they do cooking, just very basic with a oven which is made of the ground, and they use wood to make fire. It's a jump back almost 1 century behind. When in Cusco, it's modern way of life.
Yeah.
I understand. And what do you think about it?
Yes, the same. It was the same what surprised me. Yeah. Because I used also to visit my grandparents when I was a young girl, and I remember this one, but more sophisticated, I would say, than the one we saw, and it reminded me how my grandparents used to live.
Would you recommend tourism experiences in local communities?
Yes, if you really want to have a special experience, yes, you must accept to go there and to have this experience.
Yeah, I think it's really a pity if you just do sightseeing. So it's the easy part. It's not challenging for yourself. So it's easy. But yeah, having the opportunity to meet people, that's just another experience which is so great. The only limit is that it needs to be organized. For instance, where we in the village where we went, the family only spoke Quechua.
Yes.
So if you don't have somebody that can help with translation, you're just going to look how they live, but there's no interaction. So yeah, so ideally there should be a mediator that is here to help. And I think that people should also do things like cooking with a lady there, or plan something to participate, because just being passive is less interesting than if you do something with your hands. Maybe not to help people because you're maybe not going to help them much, but it's a completely different experience, and it's very interesting and also challenging for yourself, because you can see a different way of life, so you can ask questions about the way you live.
And what specific places would you recommend?
Well, the one we did after visiting the balcony of the devil, and also the one we did with this taxi driver who drove us to his to visit his family, his village where he was born and where his sister still lives.
Wow. How did you meet this person?
Oh, it was just by chance.
Yes, by chance. We were having a taxi ride one night. He said, "Hey, who are you? Where do you come from? Would you be interested in visiting my village?" We let some time go, and then we said, with my husband, well, let's try to contact him back, because he gave us his phone number. And that was all.
Wow. And where it was?
I don't remember. It was in the, close to Yauriske.
Yauriske.
But very up in the mountain. It was in front of the Piquillacta temple.
No, it's
another one, so I'm mixing things. But it was just in front of another big temple we visited.
You also visited
Mauyacta.
I think it's far, far away.
Yeah, it's far away, and the roads were very. Yeah.
Yes, it was a dirt road. There was no asphalt.
But I think the good thing is that you experience it. The real Cusco. Do you think visiting a culture should change the traveler in some way?
Yes, because when you come back home, you say you're lucky to live in France or to be in your apartment, and yes, you have seen other things, and then you complain less when you come back home for small little things that are bothering you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you're going to learn things, so it becomes part of your life, and if you do such a trip, you will not be the same at the end. So it's really going to change you. But again, if you can leave things with people, it's going to be much more powerful than if you just go from one side to the other, taking pictures and then moving on. So it's not the same. And for me, it's back to what I was saying at the beginning, which is that people should do less but better and more slowly.
Yeah. After getting to know Cusco, is there any idea you changed about Peru and Andean culture?
No. But for me,
No, in fact, we didn't have so much of a good idea of the life in Peru, the culture. So in fact, it was more a discovery
covering, yeah.
more than anything else.
What thing from Cusco's culture would you like to take with you when you return home?
Difficult question.
For me, it's very easy because I like taking photos, and with my memories plus the photos, it's enough. I don't really need to bring anything else because you have everything in your head. If you want to get back to other memories, then when I get back to France, I'm going to make an album with all the pictures I made. And so it's very easy to get back. And when you see the pictures, you remember. So for me, the main gift is just to be there, to live there, and second, to be able to bring some pictures back. So I don't need souvenirs in particular.
I will bring a llama just to remember where we were.
Yeah. I think to bring some things makes you remember the
Yeah.
moment.
Of course.
But I also think that enjoying the moment is also really important. And I really like the idea of making an album. Because if you only have it on your phone, I think it's kind of different.
Yeah, in fact, most of the time you're not going to get back a lot to your phone or your computer. When it's in written, in a book, you can get back easily. And even during some winter days when it's not, the weather is not nice, it's really enjoyable to just get back to the former albums and just remember, really kind of relive what you experienced. And also when you do the albums, you relive everything. So that's nice.
Yeah. I think it's all. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure for us to contribute.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.